Okay, let's go ahead and start this session at problem number 7 from section 1.2. Determine the following estimate without using a calculator. Estimate the total cost of 6 grocery items, and these are the different prices by rounding to the nearest dollar. So $11.92 we're going to round to 12. $1.58 would be closest to 2. $13.37 we'd round down to 13. $10.18 we'd round down to 10. $5.97 we'd round up to 6. And $13.88 would be rounded up to 14. So we add 10, 13, 15, 17, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So $57 would be our estimate. Quickly did that by rounding in the nearest dollar. All right, that's the whole idea, to be able to quickly get the answer, $57. And now the actual total cost, we use our calculator. 11.92 plus $1.58, 13.37, 10.18, 5.97, 13.88, and we get $56.90. All right, and the estimate, of course, is a little bit higher by what? 57 minus 56.90, we can do that in our head, is 10 cents. Don't forget to put your decimal. So subtract the two answers and get your answer. Okay, for the difference. Very good. All right, let's look at homework exercise number 8. Okay, determine the following estimate without using a calculator. A full-time employee earns 40 hours per week, earns $22.50 per hour. Estimate the person's annual income. Around 52 weeks to 50. Okay, so the number of hours is 40 hours per week, but the estimate is going to be times 50. Okay, so 40 times 50 is 2,000 hours per week. And then we're going to also, he earns $22.50, but we'll round it off to 23. So 2,000 hours times 23 hours, $23 per hour will give us his total estimated salary. So we'll do 2,000, again, 40 hours a week times 50 weeks is equal to the 2,000 hours, and then we'll round up $22.50 to $23, and we get $46,000. Okay, now use 52 weeks per year to get the actual income. So we'll do everything exactly. So it'll be 52 times 40. So then that will be 2,080 hours. And then we'll multiply by the exact value of his rate per hour is $22.50. And this would give us an income of $46,800. Okay, the estimate is a little bit lower. Okay, the estimate's 46,000. He made 46,800. The difference is, again, you can easily subtract those numbers and get 46,800 minus 46,000. Of course, leaves us with $800. All right, very good. Let's look at homework exercise number 9. Determine the following estimate without using a calculator, and then use your calculator to get the exact answer. You lease a car for $603 for 5 years. Find the total cost of rounding the monthly payment to the nearest 100. So 603 obviously would be rounded to 600. Okay, the total cost, now again, it's for 5 years, and again, there are what? Monthly payments, right? So it's 12 times a year. So it'd be 60 times 5 times 12, or 5 times 12 is 60 payments. 12 times for 5 years. Okay? So don't forget, you got to multiply by 5 and by 12. So we would get, the estimate would be 600 times 5 times 12, and we would get 36,000. The actual total cost of the lease is what? 603 times 5 times 12 times a year, 5 years, would be 36,180. How reasonable is your estimate? The estimate is a little bit lower. And again, 36,180 minus the actual cost minus the estimate, 36,000, we get a difference of $180. Okay. Now, exercise number 10, determine the following estimate without using a calculator. If a person works 40 hours per week and earns $59,300 per year, estimate the person's hourly wage by rounding the annual income to the nearest 10,000 and estimate there are 50 weeks in a year. So first of all, instead of using 59,300, we're going to round in the nearest 10,000, not thousand. So the nearest 10,000 is the 5, there's a 9, so we would round it to 60,000. Okay, works 40 hours per week, and we're going to say 50 weeks per year. So 40 times 50 is equal to 2,000 hours. So they make $60,000 divided by the number of hours gives us the rate per hour. So we'll go ahead and do that to get our estimate. So 60,000 divided by 2,000 gives us an estimate of $30 per hour. Use 52 weeks to find the actual hourly wage. Okay, so 52 times 40 is a total of 2,080 hours, and we'll use the exact value, right? The exact salary of the value, the exact value. So 59,300 divided by, for 52 weeks, 2,080 hours gives us a hourly wage rounded to nearest cent is 2 decimals, so round your answer to 2 decimals, 28.51. Okay, and the estimate is a little bit higher. 30 minus the difference, subtract 28.51 gives us a difference of $1.49. So the estimate is a little bit higher, and the difference per hour is $1.49. All right. Number 11. We're going to go ahead and let's do number 11. 10 people by ordered calculators. The least expensive is $40, and the most expensive was $80. Half of them, so half is of 10 people is so 5 people ordered a calculator for $49.95. Estimate the best amount spent on all the calculators. Okay, so 5 bought one for $49.95, round off to 50. So 5 people spent $250. So far we know a real good estimate is $250 for the first 5 because they bought one for $49.95, rounded off to 50. There are 10 people altogether, so 5 people are left. What we'll do is we'll say, since the least expensive was 40 and the most expensive was 80, we'll take the average. So 40 plus 80 divided by 2 is 120, divided by 2 is 60. So we'll say that the other 5 bought an average price of a calculator between 40 and 80 is 60. So 5 times 60 is $300. So now the first 5 spent $250. The next 5 we estimate spent $300. So that would be an estimate of $550. So you can see the only one that is near $550 would be $540. So that must definitely be the correct estimate, okay? So we'll go ahead and choose that option, $540, and we get our answer, which is correct. Again, the first 5 spent $50, so 5 times 50, they spent $250, $50 per calculator. 5 are left. We took the average of 40 and 80 is 60. So the other 5, we took an average amount times it, got the other 5 300. So 300 plus the 250 from the first 5, and we get 550, and so 540 is the only close estimate. All right, very good. This ends this session for section 1.2. I've done all the problems. This is your math teacher, Dr. Swears. I hope you find these videos helpful. If you need more help, send me an email using the inbox in the Canvas course through the FGCU portal. Again, this is your math teacher, Dr. Swears. Thank you for watching this video.